Deb Collins from United Airlines. Deb, can you take over, please?
I can. Thanks, Greg. It's pretty exciting. I'm sitting here watching the number of attendees, and it just is blowing my mind that Centrav is able to get so many attendees on the webinar. And I've got a lot of exciting things to share today, but I would be remiss if I did not say thank you to Centrav. They are a great partner of United and just great to work with. And as you can tell by the number of attendees here, a lot of great partners with you as well. So with that, I'm going to share some exciting United updates and appreciate you guys all attending today. So kind of a few things I want to talk to you about today is some new things, which is our revamped Polaris product, which is our business class suite coming in 2026. So that's exciting. A few things that are going to make your life a little bit easier, your passengers' life easier. I'm going to talk about the United app. I'm going to talk about bag drop, connection saver. I'm going to talk about free Wi-Fi, which I think is very exciting because nothing's free in this industry anymore. And then I'm going to talk to you about routes. Typically, I would say 10, 15 years ago, I would have one new route to announce, but now I can't even count on one hand the number of new routes that we're announcing every year. Then we're going to do some Q&A. So again, as Greg said, put your questions in and we'll see how many we can get to those today. There's a few items on the screen here. I'll tell you a little bit more about it. We're going to have the doors, which you saw on the screen, privacy doors, which we've never had before. As you can see in this top picture, there's going to be an extra seat on the side. So you can have your companion that you're traveling with come over, play cards, share a drink. Upgraded amenities. You're going to be able to use our global reception lounge, which is just amazing, and our Polaris lounges as well. So caviar and wine pairings. We're going to be starting this next year on San Francisco, Singapore, and San Francisco, London. So as soon as I have more information about that on the exact dates, I'll share that with Centrav so they can get that all out to you. So like I say, pretty exciting revamp for United on our Polaris product. So with that, I want to share a few things that I believe will make your passenger's life a lot easier. And maybe you all know about the United app, but I travel a lot, almost every week. And every time I use the app, I am just amazed about how quickly I can check in. It tells me what door that you can have someone drop you off at the airport. When you're connecting, it'll allow you to, it'll tell you, oh, it's a 10-minute walk to your next gate. If they're holding the flight, there's a bag tracker on there. You can have entertainment on it there. There's just so much. And while, you know, you guys have a lot of passengers that are traveling to Europe or Asia, let us do the work for you when you're sleeping. So just make sure that you have your passengers downloading the app, and it'll make their life so much easier and yours as well. So just a quick note about bag drop as well. They can do it when they check in online for the United app. You just want to say you want to do bag drop. There's big signs at the airport. You just take your bag in there. I've done it. It literally took me probably about 20 seconds to drop my bags off. So what we're trying to do here is just make life a little bit easier for the passengers. Everybody gets stressed out at the airport, and just we're trying to alleviate some of that stress. The other thing that we've done is we have created this new technology, which gives us a 360-degree view of all our connections coming in. And if we're able to hold the flight for the passengers that might be delayed, we will go ahead and do that, and we will send them a text about that we're holding the connection for them. And what we've seen with this, it allows us sometimes on a day over 2,000 passengers that were able to save their connections. So another way to alleviate some of that stress. Pretty excited about this technology that we have. The next thing, we've partnered with Skylink, and that will allow us to have free Wi-Fi on our flights. We're testing it right now on United Express, and as of about 2 weeks ago, we've tested it on mainline. So that will, if you sign in with your Mileage Plus number on the flight, it will allow you to have free Wi-Fi. So no escaping even on the plane. You'll have workplace productivity. So I was on a flight a few weeks ago on United Express, and I did have it, and it was pretty swift. It took me right there. So That will be rolled out. Hopefully in 2026, we can have a quick roll up for that. So in a world where nothing is free anymore, we will be having free Wi-Fi. So excited to share that with you. With that, I want to talk about routes. I mean, it's like I say, it's just crazy that we're able to put all these new dots on the map. I've never seen so much growth in the past couple of years. And just the destinations that I've never thought United would fly to, like Ulaanbaatar, just crazy. So I'm going to share some updates with you today. But first, I'm going to talk about ones that are already launched here, and that is our Pacific network has gotten much bigger. About 2 weeks ago, we announced, or not announced, we started service from Hong Kong to Bangkok and Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City. So those have already started. And we've gone double daily from San Francisco to Manila. So our first Manila flight was so popular that we've added a second daily. And then at the end of this year, we're going to be starting up our San Francisco Adelaide route, which will add to our South Pacific service. So excited to share that our Pacific network is getting larger as well. And we are the largest flag carrier or domestic carrier across the Pacific. With that, we are the largest carrier across the Atlantic as well, serving 15 destinations, a lot of nonstops for you guys to travel to. 20 daily flights to London, 6 to Paris, daily service from Amsterdam, from 5 of our hubs. So all these dots on the map so your passengers can get to brand new places. I think we found with COVID, people want new places to go to, and we're excited to add these new dots on the map, which I'll share those in just a few minutes about the new ones. So what we do is we add seasonal service during the summer when you guys know that summer demand is very strong. And so with some of these routes, next year we're going to start these a little bit earlier. So as you can see on the map, Chicago to Rome is going to start 2 weeks earlier. Newark to Porto, 1 month earlier. Madrid and Edinburgh starting 3 weeks earlier. And as you can see on the list, we're really putting in service, more in the shoulder season. And so you can get your passengers there a little bit earlier. Sometimes maybe they don't want to travel in the summer. They want to travel in the shoulder season. We're adding these flights a little bit earlier. So you can maybe, if you want to take a screenshot of this so you can see when they're going to be added in here. This past year, we added Madeira, Faro, Nuuk to our route network. So like I say, just some exciting places that people normally can't get to as a nonstop from out of the States. Be exciting. So I'm going to share some of the details about some of the new routes that we just announced, like I said, a few weeks ago. Let me advance my screen. So we are going to be flying to Bari, Italy. So what we first heard when we made this announcement is you haven't been to Italy unless you've been to Bari. So you might want to add this to your list and tell all your clients about it. We're going to be starting this seasonal service from May 1st through September 7th. And we'll have now, once with the addition of Bari, 15 nonstop services to US to Italy. It marks our 6th destination into Italy, so we're very excited about that. So make sure that you add Bari to your conversations with all your clients. The next one that I want to talk about will be, let's see, get my screen, is Split. Croatia, for some reason, since COVID, has exploded. I think you all know that. So we're excited to add Split this coming seasonal service for 2026. We're going to be starting this in April. So it allows us to complement our Dubrovnik service that we have, and your clients can do 2 destinations in Croatia. So this will be 3 days a week on row 767. Thank you. The next one is, and it's a mouthful, is Newark to Santiago de Compostela. That is a mouthful. So this will be our 6th destination to Spain as well, and this starts on May 26th. So if you want to go to Spain, you can go to Madrid, Barcelona, Malaga, Palma, and Bilbao on United, and now this will complement those other destinations. So some new places that I think a lot of people might not have been to before, but I heard it's exciting, and happy to share this one with you as well. We are going to be introducing Washington, Reykjavik. This will complement our service that we already have from Newark and Chicago. Again, Iceland is another one that has completely exploded since COVID, and we're happy to offer daily flight on a 757 to Iceland. These are all in the GDS, ready for you to sell right now. And then I just want to take a moment just to say, because I know this year has been really tough with Tel Aviv. It's been in and out, and there's just been a lot going on. But United is committed to Tel Aviv. Now we have our Newark service, and we complemented that with Chicago and Washington as well. So we are the largest carrier between the US and Israel, and just making it easy for you to get your clients over there. But again, thank you for your patience this year. I know it's been a lot of in and out, and just appreciate your patience with this. And like I say, we're doing all that we can to support this destination. And with that, I just want to say thank you for everything that you guys do to support us. I know you have your choice of carriers. I would like to say too, the airlines are a work in progress. There's always room for improvement, but with partners like Centrav and everyone on the call, we couldn't do it without you. And we're trying to do our best, and any feedback that you have, you can definitely share that with Centrav, and I'll make sure that it gets to headquarters. So with that, I'm going to take a look at some of the questions, do some Q&A, and we will take maybe about 5-10 minutes for some questions. Hopefully some are in here, and then we'll get to the exciting thing. We can talk a little bit more about the raffle. So appreciate your time today. So let me take a quick look at, see if there's, actually what would really help me out here is if you could maybe just even put in the chat. I'm trying to look through here real fast, but if there's somewhere that we don't fly to that you would like to have us go to, I think our planning team is always looking at new places to go to, and as you can see, they're always interested in some new dots in the map. Let me see, Barry from Washington. So typically what we do is we announce the new route for the first seasonal, and then as it does well, we'll extend it for a period. But looks like there's some excitement around Bari. All these new routes, another question was, are these all United? Yes, it's all United. We still partner with Lufthansa and Air Canada over the Atlantic, and on the pond over the Pacific, but all the routes that I talked about today are United operated. Oh my gosh, there's so many questions. Let's see here. San Diego, Tel Aviv. Well, San Diego's not one of our hubs, but I will definitely bring it up. I didn't talk about Marrakesh. There was a quick question in here. Yeah, we'll be starting up Morocco service. It's going to be daily during the holidays, but Morocco will be starting up here shortly. I was able to go there about a year ago, and if you've not been there, it's definitely a great destination to add to your bucket list. A question about lounges. I don't know of any new lounges coming in 2026. We have revamped a lot of our lounges to make them bigger. I don't know if anybody's been to the one in Denver, but it's 2 floors, and it's just crazy. The lounges are very popular, so we're doing all that we can to add capacity in the lounges. Cairo, I know there's a question about Cairo. I know it's on the list. I haven't heard anything. What's interesting is they used to come to sales and ask us oh, can your clients support a new route here? But I think they found that salespeople have big mouths. So typically I hear about the new route announcements the same time that you guys do. So, but happy to share that feedback with the planning team. They're just very open to exploring new routes. And as you can see, all the new dots. Let's see. Do you get Mileage Plus booking through Centrav? Yes, you do. Oh my gosh, there's so many questions. This is crazy. Let's see. Yes, I think Greg had mentioned in the beginning, there'll be a copy of the video, so you can see it as well. Something about handicapped passengers at Heathrow. I will definitely share that with the team. So thank you for that feedback. And just know, like I say, there is a lot of questions here. I'll go through and, things that I can share internally, whether it be with our planning teams or our airport teams. I will make sure that I do that. It's just, I think we always, value your feedback. You guys have passengers out there every day, and sometimes we may not be seeing things. So appreciate the eyeballs that you're giving us insight for from your passengers. The new flights from Hong Kong, so it would be any connection into Hong Kong, and then Hong Kong on to Bangkok and Vietnam. Hopefully that answers your question. I can't even say it. Thessaloniki, Greece is a great option. I think that would be good for our seasonal flying as well. We have stopped. There's a question about Cuba. We have stopped flying to Cuba, Havana, but I think it's, I know it's still kind of on the table whether or not we will go back there. Question about Houston Hobby. I think our main hub is at Houston Intercontinental, so we will not be having any flights out of Houston Hobby, but I've been in this industry a long time and I better never say never, because the things have happened that I never thought I would see. Let's see. Well, excited. Everybody's all excited here, and so am I. I see these videos a lot, and every time I see them, I get excited. So, like I say, we're just trying to do the best job that we can, and just always be forward thinking. Scott Kirby has just really been a great leader and trying to represent us in Washington. Everybody online or knows that there was some issues in Newark this past summer. So we have reduced our schedule there, and seeing that go through the beginning of next year too, so we can just make sure that we're doing all that we can to service our passengers in Newark. It's more of a bigger issue with infrastructure there, so we're doing all that we can to make sure that we offer the best service there. So let's see. Just a lot of thank yous here. Appreciate that. Take a few more questions here. Let's see. There's a question about the Olympics. The Olympics are always interesting for the airlines because we always think it's going to be a great thing, and it typically deters people from that would normally go there. So we will be boosting flights a little bit, but not a whole ton. And we'll be still offering connections into LA from all the cities in the US that we do. This question about Houston to Bonaire. Typically, it's a Saturday service. Let me see if I can find out if there'll be more additional days added. Into Athens, but out of Istanbul. So you could take United into Athens, and then out of Istanbul, you could use Lufthansa. All of our transatlantic, as I mentioned, over the water, you could either use Lufthansa, Air Canada, and United. The other neat thing is too with our Premium Plus product, which is that cabin between business class and economy, booking classes OA and R. You can do that on a one-way as well. So what I like to say is when I'm going to Europe and I should be sleeping, maybe experiment with one of those OA or R booking classes, and then maybe on the return, maybe sit in economy. But it's a good way to get your clients to be able to try that product out on a one-way basis. And I think once they experience that, I know a lot of carriers have introduced that product. It's just very popular, and it allows them to have a little bit comfort if they can't afford business class.